And go to the Ashanti region because the police in the Ashanti region have seized 82 grams of substances suspected to be cocaine in what is believed to be the biggest drug haul in the region in recent times. They arrested a 54-year-old Kofi Asamoah in his house at Atonso, where the substance was retrieved upon extensive search. His 19-year-old nephew, Richmond Ejeya Mwako, a level 100 student of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, was also arrested in connection with the case. Police sources described the cocaine seizure as the biggest in a single swoop outside the country's ports. I'm ending with this. Kofi Asamoah, who is alleged to be on police radar for some time now, has been described by persons who know him as a successful businessman who owns a chain of businesses, including a hotel. Do we know this man? Do you know him?
I don't know him. I just read about him this morning when I entered your studio and I was handed over the paper. But I decided to look at it in the context of the effect of drugs trade in our country and globally. And I think that he was arrested in Kumasi, a resident of Kumasi. And the residents described him as a successful businessman. Is that the description given to him? Oh, God have mercy. You see, society has created a certain belief that unless you are, in quotes, rich, before they will dignify and respect you. You go into our churches, you go into our mosques. You have those who are in the best of clothes being considered to sit. They have even a particular place where they place them.
Not in my church.
Well, there are some churches who do not recognize that. But let's be truthful to ourselves, that today, should I come to your church and make a donation? It doesn't matter where I'm coming from.
Nobody would even see the donation. You put it in a piece of envelope and drop it in the bowl like everybody else would do.
As a politician, when I come, and probably as a guest, and decides that I have 5,000 to give to the church, certainly it will be announced publicly.
No, we won't do that.
You sure?
Maybe my church is different.
Which
I go
church?
to ICGC Christ Temple. We won't do that.
Are you sure?
I know that for sure.
Should I take your words?
Yes. You can come visit. Why don't you come and visit on Sunday and make it?
Mensa Otabas
Exactly. Come on Sunday and make a donation. Let's see if anybody will hear about it.
But it's important for us to recognize that there is no shortcut to success. It takes hard work and the fear of God. You see, this thing, cocaine, has the potential of destroying even a nation. It can destroy a nation. I was recently just watching this North American Colombia, a movie about a drug lord who has a military on his own, control and instruct. The moment he disagrees with you and you are the target, you must go. You will be killed, regardless of what expertise that you have. And it can destabilize a nation. So when we have people parading on the street of Kumasi or Accra claiming to be affluent, we should be careful.
Should we suspect every so-called rich man?
Not suspicion as such, but we must at least be cautious. Because why? We live in society and we live together. Those that I grew up with know my history. If all of a sudden, in terms of assessment, they realize that my fortune has just increased. And in fact, there are people who will not engage in drug dealing. They will not engage in criminality, but yet God can bless them with success. That is there, and you cannot run away from it. But with the kind of situation we find ourselves in today, it's important that we should be cautious. And I would not go against people who have resources, who are businessmen, etc. But it's important that we should go behind what they do and find out. And the state has that responsibility, because if we don't take care, to quote the moderator of the Presbyterian Church, the chairman of the, if you don't take care, we will be laughing at the wrong side of our mouth as a result of drug trade in our country. And that is why this government remains steadfast and saying that no, we will not tolerate that. We will not accept it to happen as it happens in the past, where people are broadly standing behind and telling themselves that.
Oh, there you go again.
Oh, is it not true?
There you go again. But thank you.
Alaji, you made a wonderful submission, and like always, and expecting, you ended on a very wrong note. A very wrong note. I thought that I was going to make a submission that would say, let's not politicize the drug menace, because if we do, the traders would hide behind political parties, and they can find all means to influence society. Look, drugs is one of the most dangerous issues any country can confront with. In fact, the American society, the United States itself, uses so much resources to try to stop the drug trade. And yet, they are the highest consumers of cocaine in the whole world. It is not an easy thing to do. And so when we begin to now start doing comparative analysis, the fact that the guy had been arrested today does not mean that it was this government that even arrested. It's good that the security agencies will be left to do their professional work. And let not add political colors to it, or even where the person comes from. Truth be told, cocaine is not manufactured in Ghana. The plant is not in Ghana. It came through our ports or our entry points. Who manages the points? Government. Is it the dereliction of duty? Has government failed to arrest the dealers before they enter the country? So you are in charge of something. I thought you were going to say that, look, it's about time Ghanaians look at the criminal and address them as such, and take away every political coloration, because it does not help in the fight against drugs. Because as soon as you paint it political color, then politicians will now try and find a way of even leaving the substance and going after the fall. The man has been arrested. Let's kudos to the police. I'm sure that a lot of people are on the radar of national security and the police. Let's encourage them to do their work as professionally as possible, and give them a thumbs up when they do right.
Okay. All right.
In our time, yes, in the past, you said in the past.
In the past,
but he didn't go there. I didn't allow him to do
but
it.
In the past, it is not only MPP. Is it the issue of who the cap fit? Generally, government was in the past.
Why don't you?
President
in the past
Kufuor's government was in the past.
In the past is 2013.
No, I said in the past.
In the past
So
is 2012.
So Jerry Rawlings's government.
Is it the issue of who the cap fit?
Jerry Rawlings's
in the past.
Jerry Rawlings's government encouraged.
In the past, why are you concerned?
Jerry Rawlings's government.
Why do you scratch your head?
Jerry Rawlings's government.
I sit here as a member of NDC, and I say in the past, we've been in government in the past, hasn't we?
Jerry Rawlings's government encouraged drug trade. Is that what you want to say?
No.
I'm surprised.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm just
Don't
taking
say that, because that's not what he said.
I'm just taking.
And I'm just saying that in the past could be 2014 is in the past. 2013 is in the past.
I'm drawing an inference. So in the past, Jerry Rawlings's government, no government, and truth be told,
but you're asking us to take politics out of it. No, so I don't even expect you to make an example like that.
No government will encourage drug trade. We brought at the entry points. We made sure that drugs will not get out of get into the country or out of the country. When President Mills took over, he himself subjected himself to search. He showed leadership. But what about the people who were part of his entourage? They went through, or was it just for the cameras?
Okay.
No government.
Now you're confusing me.
No government. No. I just want him to know that the fact that probably a certain regime or this regime had been able to accost and arrested some drug dealers presupposes that governments or any other regime would encourage.
Points well made.
Even in Colombia, where they know where the coke plants farms are. They still have problems with it. Why haven't they been able to put them off?
Okay.
So let's have a united front in the fight against drugs.
I think we'll move on to another matter.
Okay.
I think we should be congratulating the Ashanti police for a good job done.
You didn't do that.
There should be more of such things across the country, really, everywhere in our country.
You didn't do
that. We commend the commander. He did a human
not
job.
The commander alone.
And the entire police force in Kumasi. In fact, I listened to a newspaper saying that the Ashanti, the region, is actually against the the removal of Kofi Boakye. But Kofi Boakye, as we speak now, his promotion is due, and the police command has to actually promote him, and he cannot get the promotion and sit there as a commander in Ashanti region. And so now the Kumasi residents are in disagreement. Forsake your promotion and stay with us, or take your promotion, and if you take the promotion and it is not under their regulations, with the position that he's supposed to be promoted to, he cannot be a regional commander. So that is the dichotomy and the difficulty the police service has to deal with. Amazing. It means that if you do good in your office where you work, outside will see the goodness that you have done to them and commend you.
Amen. Okay.